Hello, I'm Gail Whitaker, and this is a County News Minute. Technology changes every day, and most of us are rushing to catch up. However, in York County, the Department of Fire and Life Safety and the York-Poquoson Sheriff's Office are leading the pack by utilizing drone technology. Joining me are Assistant Chief Chris Sadler with the Department of Fire and Life Safety and Major Ron Montgomery with the York-Poquoson Sheriff's Office. Gentlemen, thank you for joining me today. My first question is, what is a drone?
The common terminology is really called Unmanned Aircraft System, or UAS for short. Drone technology has definitely taken off in the public safety world across the entire country and even beyond. We're very fortunate to be on the front end of it. Current platforms that we have here in the county include a Phantom 4, and it's a simple aircraft. It's the same one you can buy at Best Buy or any of the other box stores. It's easy to put up in the air, it's easy to control, and it provides us a situational awareness from a bird's eye view, if you will, of a hazardous materials incident, a structural fire, or something where we need to see a different perspective in order to keep our personnel safe and to provide us the information we need for our incident commanders and other decision makers to make informed decisions to help mitigate the incident safer and quicker and better. The second platform we have is a more robust aircraft. It's more modular. We're able to change payloads and things on it. And it gives us the ability to have stronger cameras, a thermal imaging camera for seeing fires or chemical reactions that may be taking place on a hazardous material scene, or to pick out a child that may be lost in the woods or in a rural environment. It also has the ability to have a payload drop. We can take somebody that maybe fell off of a boat or a canoe or something out in the water. We can quickly fly a personal flotation device, either a life vest or a pool noodle even, if you will, and drop that on top of them in order to help keep them above water until we can get a boat or another vessel out there to rescue them.
Let's go back to the beginning and how the county got involved in this program.
Well, actually, conceptually, we've been talking about it for well over a year. Chief Sadler and I have sat across the table from each other for years in the Emergency Operations Center. And we've had many discussions over the years about being able to, after storms, major storms, hurricanes, be able to quickly determine how much damage was done in particular areas, the waterfront, the beach area, neighborhoods that typically have a lot of damage after these storms. So we started exploring it, and I started reaching out to various agencies across the country that had this capability. And eventually we had a test flight here in Yorktown and actually used one of the UAS with a fairly powerful camera on it. It wasn't nearly as powerful as the one we have right now. But after that, Chief Sadler became aware of the project that we were involved with. He was simultaneously doing it on the fire and life safety side, so it became obvious at that point that it would be preferable to work on it as a joint public safety venture and merge our resources. And that's how the project really got started. From the fire and life safety and from the sheriff's office perspective, when we're in a joint command situation, the amount of video that this thing is able to provide and how quickly it can provide that back into a unified command post not only makes his firefighters safer, but the deputies that are out in the field as well. That's the main purpose of it at this point.
Does this mean that the county bought this unmanned aircraft system, opened the box, and now just anyone can fly it?
Absolutely not. There are so many regulations and so many laws and standards that you have to follow in the public safety use of unmanned aircraft systems. For a hobbyist that has one, there's very little regulations over top of what they're doing to fly drones. For the public safety area, you have to go and file paperwork with the FAA, you have to have certain training, you have to have certain policies in place, you have to get permissions to fly in the different areas that you fly in. There's so much involved in getting your program together and doing it legally and doing it correctly. The training required of our pilots, we have 12 pilots in our program, 6 from the Sheriff's Office and 6 from the Fire Department side.
176 feet distance.
And they've all had to go through specialized training to meet the FAA requirements.
Obviously, the unmanned aircraft system has been used for training purposes. Has it been used in real-life situations?
It's been used multiple times for real-life situations, both in the county and as a resource outside the boundaries of York County. Within the county, we've used it in search and rescue operations for children, for Alzheimer's or dementia patients that are missing. We actually used it last year after a homicide occurred at the county grill on Thanksgiving Day. The original information that we had was that this individual may still be in the immediate area, and since he was a danger to the public, we actually deployed it at that point in time trying to see if we could locate this individual using the UAS. Outside of that, it's been used in Henrico, the city of Hampton, and up in Westmoreland County after natural disasters and fires occurred to give those people an opportunity to be able to view the damage and assess what they needed to do quicker than they would have had to been able to do that by boat.
Will the use of this technology impact our citizens in any way, albeit positively or negatively?
My response to that would be that it's going to impact the citizens in a positive manner. First of all, as I stated earlier, if we can get the UAS in the air quickly enough when we're looking for missing people, particularly that are endangered, obviously the faster we find these people, the more likely it is it's going to be a positive outcome. There are going to be questions, I'm sure, about the use of it in other law enforcement methods. We have to have a search warrant before we put the UAS in the air. So there are many safeguards in place already to protect the citizens as well, but our primary purpose with this aircraft is public safety and being able to enhance our response not only from the fire side but from the sheriff's office side as well.
I know this is a new program, but do you see it expanding in the future?
Absolutely. This is emerging technology, and again, we're very fortunate with the support of our other county staff and of course the fire chief and the sheriff. We're very fortunate to be on the front end of the technology, but it is changing. Our indications are now that some of the things that our peers are talking about, that within the next 5 years, 80% of public safety agencies will be using the unmanned aircraft systems within their own department for this type of work. It's going to be commonplace. It'll be just another tool on the fire truck or in the deputies' vehicles that's being used almost every day.
Thank you, gentlemen, for providing us with this great information about this emerging technology and how we're on the forefront of things when it comes to unmanned aircraft systems. And if you are out in the public and you see something hovering at around 350 feet, it's not a bird, it's not a plane, it's an unmanned aircraft system. I'm Gail Whitaker, and this has been a County News Minute.